Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is EverQuest Project 1999. And today we are on the green server on the 52 Shaman, almost a bubble in 52. Not at a different camp or anything, but I'm gonna do it in a different way, and I kind of want to talk about why EverQuest is one of my favorite games all time. I've watched some videos lately. I don't think I'm gonna name names. I do like these people though. It's not like I don't like them or something, but I don't want to I don't know, because I might go off on a rant or something, and you know how it is. But just why EverQuest is one of my favorite games, and some of the reasons why it's one of my favorite games are reasons why other people don't like it or they think that is not necessary in the game and whatnot. So we're here in the Dreadlands at that skeleton camp I've showed you guys at least once or twice. There's 5 skeletons here. Um, and I haven't made a video in a while, and I want to talk about that as well. Not for any real reason other than just been busy. But we got a skeleton here. There's a skeleton around the corner of this pyramid. There is one right here. See, they're blue still. I'm 52. There's one up top here. That one's green, probably. The plague bones are usually green. Um, but I was fighting these two right here. This one here, and then there's one around the corner there. And I was getting a lot of plague bones because I was trying to make it a more active camp and instead of doing one every 6 minutes, I was trying to do like two every 6 minutes. And I want to see, like, what if I fight these two? Are they going to be really green like the other two were? Like, I was getting plague bones a bunch out of these two. I'd get a blue every once in a while, but I was getting a bunch of greens. I know the one over here, I get a lot of blues. Like, this one's a really good one. You get like the Wrathbone Champion. You'll get greater plague bones a lot of the time and stuff like that. Um, like right now, it's a greater. Even though it's green, it's bare. Like graders are almost always blue, so that's a rare exception there. But I could sit like over here by this vendor kind of, and just pick off these two right here, and see if I can get some more blues maybe. But yeah, haven't made a video in a while, mostly because I've just been busy. Been making a lot of Gems of War videos. I know y'all have seen that probably, and it probably annoys you if you're just here for EverQuest, but EverQuest is one of my favorite games all time, and I continue to plan on making videos. I'm gonna take this shaman to 60. Gonna maybe start a wizard next or something like that. Wizard, enchanter are on my radar. Um, we have the Necro, which I took to 60. I'm still doing things on him. I still want to go deeper into City of Mist. I still want to go to like maybe Shardock, Howling Stones. Put some ideas in the comments too. If I get some really good ideas, I might be more inclined to make videos sooner. It's just like with this game, you kind of sit at the same camp. If you go to a camp and you're having, you're having good luck at the camp and you're making progress, like you kind of just stay there, and it's not good for making videos. So it's like every time I think about making a video, I'm like, well, I'm at that same camp again on that same character doing that same thing. So unless I can think of something else to talk about or do it in a different way, then it's really not going to be too interesting. So that's one thing holding me back from making more videos. Just the way this game is. Like, you know how it goes. You find a good camp, you kind of just milk it dry until, because that's one of the reasons I love this game. It's freaking hard, and that's maybe the top reason I love this game is because of the difficulty and how hard it is. Um, let's kill this guy though, so we got some action going on. Pullamatorger's insects. Make sure that guy's not too close. This is just it's a greater spur bone, so that's good. I'll turn attack on, maybe throw my pet at it. And a lot of the time I'll throw my pet at it first, just to use up some of his HP. I still want him doing more damage than I do. I'll do Plague. On the blues, I do all my dots. On the greens, I don't do that. Because it's actually kind of hard for me to come up with the mana to do 2 of them every 6 minutes. Believe it or not. This shaman's kind of... Even though he's got candy and everything, and I forgot to do Alacrity, that's great. That's what I forgot. Even though I got candy and everything, and you think I would have tons of mana, it's not the case. It's kind of hard. Hard life being a shaman. Got all these buffs. But anyway, I've talked about that a bunch of times. But yeah, the difficulty, and one of the things with the difficulty is just you have to keep your head on a swivel, and I love that about this game. Like, if you die, you're going to lose experience. And, you lose your progress. You lose, like, your real life time. It's a very high, like, consequence if you die, and I love that. And it's not like I want to die and lose experience. I definitely don't. It's just the threat of it that makes it exciting. So anywhere I go, something could attack me, the wrong scenario could happen, I could die and lose a bunch of experience. And then your body's laying there and you have to go get it. And if you don't, all your equipment rots. Like, is there any other game where there's that steep of a penalty for death? I don't know any other game. The only one I can always compare it to is Dark Souls, and even Dark Souls, you're not going to lose all your equipment. You know what I'm saying? You might lose all your souls, but you're not going to like de-level. Like the worst consequence in like Dark Souls is you'll make a lot of progress, you'll die, you'll try to get your souls back, your soul stain, and you'll die on the way there, and then you lose all those souls that you had acquired, but you're never going to go backwards in level. Like this game, when you die, you lose your experience, you go backwards in level. And you can get a res, but it's not exactly easy to get reses. You have to like go out of your way. You're gonna lose time. You're gonna lose something no matter what. Like the least of your worries is losing time. And I heard somebody, I was watching a video, and they were like, that's a antiquated way to do things, and that you shouldn't lose experience when you die because you know, you're already penalized, like your progress was halted, and now you have to run all the way back to your body, and whatever you were doing at the time is now stopped, and it takes time from wherever you're bound to run all the way back to your body and get set back up and start killing again, and that should be penalty enough. And you know, it's a good point, but I like it the way it is. If I die deep in a dungeon, if I'm going to take the risk to go super deep into a dungeon to fight something with a super rare drop, and I die super deep in that dungeon, that's the penalty. That's the difficulty of it. It shouldn't be easy. You know, you should lose experience. Your body should be in a dangerous spot. If you don't get it back, you should lose your equipment. That's the most exciting part to me about this game. If I go in the wrong city, everything in that city is going to attack me. If I'm just running through a random zone, things are going to attack you. You can't just do whatever you want, run around like an idiot, going wherever you want. Like, it's almost like real life. I don't know. Maybe not like real life, but you know what I'm saying. If it was like a real war zone, you can't just trot around wherever you want to go in a real war zone. So yeah, I like that. I like that I have to be super on point with my head on a swivel at all times, pretty much. And if not, I better find a nice safe spot, or I'm gonna get attacked. I can't just go do whatever. There's no pause. You can't pause this game. You have to like camp out and quit the whole game to go to pause or find a safe spot. That's one of my favorite things about it. It's just the difficulty and the penalty for dying. I like the penalty for dying. All right, let's make sure we do alacrity this time. I'm just gonna do it on myself. I don't want my dog like attacking too. I feel like he's been stealing my experience, and normally I don't worry about that too much, but at this level, at this camp, I don't want him stealing experience from me here. Alright, we slowed it down. We send our dog in. We attack. My regen is off now. That's cool. So I've done it wrong twice in a row, but I'm talking. Alright, so with this guy, I just do the quick acting dots. I'm not going to fully dot him up. Yeah, the difficulty. And then the other thing that they had mentioned, or a different person mentioned, it wasn't the same person, but I've heard this as well, like, instanced dungeons. Like, they wish that this game had instanced dungeons. I do not want that at all. Like, I want a huge penalty for dying, and I do not want instanced dungeons at all. Because I've played WoW. I played WoW all the way to 60 on multiple characters. So I'm not like some person that doesn't know anything about instance dungeons and stuff like that. I do. But I don't like instance dungeons because then you can just go anytime you want. You can go into whatever camp and fight whatever named you want. And like the gear that would drop off those rare spawns is just more it's less rare. You know what I mean? Like, let's say, for example, Lower Guck. We'll just use Frenzy for an example, the FBSS. It's not even super rare, but let's just say it is. It's kind of rare. If there was instance dungeons in this game, any person could go into Lower Guck at any time and go to the Frenzy camp and try to get a FBSS. Um, so if we could do that, then those would drop in value. Every single person would have one. It would just wouldn't be as fun to me. Like, I want to have some equipment where not every single other person has it. And you know what happens when there are instance dungeons and something like an FBSS where every melee class wants that? Every melee class is then going to have it, and it's not special anymore if you have instances. Because one way or the other, they're going to get one. They're going to have their buddy who's a level 60, take them there and go and camp it. And right now, how it is, you couldn't just do that. There might be somebody there camping it. So they're the only person in the entire game that has a chance at getting that rare drop from that rare spawn at that time, that one person. So that makes that item more rare, and not every single person's going to have it. With instanced dungeons, every single class ends up looking exactly the same with the exact same gear because you get it any time, go and get it. It's not exactly like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if there's an instanced dungeon, it's not like a given that you're going to get the thing. You have to go in there, you have to go try to get it. Maybe it's rare drop, maybe it's a rare spawn, and maybe you don't get it. Maybe it doesn't drop. Maybe they don't spawn. But the way it is now, it's way rarer because there's only one. There's one frenzy on the entire server. So there can't be multiple attempts at the FBSS at one time. When there's instance dungeons, there could be 50 people sitting at the frenzy trying for the FBSS. So there's probably one dropping every day, every hour. And then every single person has it. So do you feel special then when you have that on? I wouldn't feel special. I'd be like, yeah, I got this belt that every single melee has now. And that may not be a good example. Maybe it's not rare enough of an example. But other rare items in this game, they're so hard to get that even if there were instances, you probably, yeah, like, I don't know. But those are a couple other reasons. I also do I like to solo a lot. But I also do like that there's other people running around in this game, and it's just an active world with other people doing things at all times. So I'm sitting here in Dreadlands. There's probably people killing in City of Mist right now. There may be a guild doing a raid right now. There's somebody killing guards in Felwith right now. Like, in this same world that I'm sitting in. There's people in this same zone doing things. They can affect me. If they run by with a bunch of mobs, I would die. We could group up and go fight stuff together. I like the option. I'm mostly a solo dude, but I like the option of being able to group up with people, or other people affect my game, or just that they're out there doing things in the same world as me. I could run by them and see, I could help them out. Like, if they're fighting and they need a heal, I could just run by, like, oh, that guy's about to die. Heal them. It's just cool. It's one of the first games I ever played where there was other people running around, other real people. And that's cool, too, with, like, the social aspect. You meet friends, you talk to them. Maybe you're not even in a group, but it's somebody to talk to about, hey, I'm doing this. What are you doing? Oh, you're doing that. How's the kids? How's the wife? Blah, blah, blah. Something to do. Chat them up. Join a guild. Go raid. Go fight things that you can't kill by yourself. Like, there's giant raid bosses that you have to bring multiple groups of people to and do the exact right thing, or you're going to lose and die. Like, even right here, if I fight the skeleton wrong, I can lose and die. And that's just fun to me. Like, I don't want to play, like, some Lego game. That's what I always say, Lego game. Because I remember playing Lego games with my kids. And every time you would die, you would kind of just, like, explode. Like, your Lego guy would, like, break apart and fall. And then he would just pop right back up where he died. And, like, there's no consequence at all. So, I like the consequence of it. Alright, I better regen myself. I'm not playing very good, y'all. I'm just trying to give you some commentary here. I'm going to try to put out more videos. I just need more ideas. I need... I don't know. We haven't been able to get together. Me, Faceless One, and Trey haven't been able to get together very often recently. We're all kind of on, like, different schedules. We had a real nice, like, it was Faceless One on Friday and Trey on Sunday night. We had that going for a while, and it just kind of... I missed a Sunday, and Faceless One can't do Fridays anymore. And then like just snowballs to where it's not happening every week anymore. Stuff like that. So that was one motivator to play more and make more videos, was just having another person that is like, hey, it's Friday, are you ready to play? And like, yeah. But if they're not there saying that, then maybe I don't play. Or like, hey, it's Sunday, you ready to go? And like, that'll make me play more often if I got somebody else there spurring it along, kind of. Alright, hit him with all my dots, hit him with slow. I got regen on, I got alacrity on, my pet is attacking. We are probably good to go here. But yeah, the difficulty of the game, having to keep your head on a swivel, the penalty of dying, the social aspect, mostly in that there's other people running around doing the same thing, or doing something else. The fact that I can't just go wherever I want. Like, if I'm running down the middle of a zone and it's high-level zone, stuff could attack me and I could die. I can't just trot around like a weirdo anywhere I want. The fact that there's not instances, I love that. I want to work for my stuff. I want it to be rare. If I want it, if I want something really bad, I'll either go get it or I'll save up the plat and wait for it. I don't need to have every good item in the game and look exactly like everyone else. And that's another thing, like the different classes in this game, it makes it replayability. So the difficulty, the social aspect of it, the fact that stuff is rare, and just like the how the replayability of the game. Like every class is so different. Like I can't think of another game where you can be an enchanter and you can go and like crowd control as a thing. You know what I mean? Like mesmerizing and charming and have this thing fight this thing. And you can do it wherever you want. You don't have it doesn't have to be undead. It doesn't have to be an animal. You can go inside of dungeons and solo by charming one thing to fight another thing. That's just fun to me. You know, there's wizards that do heavy direct damage and can teleport and stuff like that. And then there's druids. They can sow and they can teleport and they can kite and they can heal. But they're not exactly like any other class either. Anytime you pick a different class, it's going to be a completely different experience, pretty much. There's very rare occasions where things are, kind of similar. Like if you played a druid and then you play a ranger, it's kind of similar, right? Or if you play a necro, then you play a shadow knight, it's kind of similar, but not exactly. Because if you're a necro, you're pure caster, you're never doing melee. Then you change to a shadow knight, you got a huge sword, you're like a giant troll. You may have some of the same spells, but you're kind of more melee focused and you're more of a tank role. So it's just like all the classes, all the different classes. It's so replayable. There's so many different zones. The world is gigantic. Like you could not, if you went from one end of this world to the other and you ran and you had no sew on, it would take you like hours. That's how big this game is. I don't even know how long it would take, honestly. I like the fact that the boats are slow. I like the fact that it takes 30 minutes for a boat to come by. Like all this other stuff is just holding your hand and making the game, it's more convenient. Of course I like convenience. Like when they took away the messages that tell you when your dots wear off, that's kind of annoying. But that's something I already had and was already used to, and then they took it away. That's kind of a different story there. But like the boats. I know I'm gonna have to go to the dock. I'm gonna have to sit there. I'm gonna have to wait for a boat. It's kind of like real life. You're not gonna just go to a dock and snap your fingers and a boat appears and you get on it and then you instantly teleport to wherever you want to go. That's not realistic. So you got to go to the dock at a certain time. That's when the boat's going to be there. It's going to take a certain amount of time to go wherever you're going. You can't just jump on a griffin and fly wherever you want all the time. Like I like that. That's so like this person way over on this side of the world can't just instantly get over here on this side of the world. They have to like pay their dues. They have to there's dangerous zones in between. You don't just jump on a bird and fly over all the dangerous zones. You have to go through them or figure it out. So I like that about the game too. I don't know. I like everything that's probably annoying to most people are reasons why I like it. Plus I just like RPGs in general. Some of my favorite games are either difficult, an RPG, or a horror game. Now this game doesn't have any horror, but if you die, it's pretty horrific. But yeah, I don't know. It's a really fun game. It's rewarding. You know what I mean? Like, just leveling up is rewarding. That ding sound is just one of the most rewarding things ever. Because you know you earned it. It feels like you earned it. This skeleton could kill me right now. If I don't do the exact right things, it could probably kill me. And it's green. If I did all the wrong things, this thing might be able to kill me. And if it was blue, it could definitely kill me. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a given. Nothing's a given, almost. If I go to Kalithan right now, every guard's gonna jump on me and kill me. You know, because they hate my race. Just grouping up and having different roles. Like other games, you'll group up and there's 5 people and nobody wants to be the healer. All 5 people are like can do everything. Like that's not cool. I don't like that. I don't want to be able to do everything. Like I can't teleport with my shaman, but I know other people can. So there's other people running around right now. If I type in /who dial all, there's a bunch of people right here I can contact and get a teleport if I want. And it's not just snap your fingers. You have to type that in. You have to contact the person. They have to be available. They have to come to you. They have to group up with you. You have to pay them plat, money, and then they'll teleport you wherever. You got to make sure wherever you land, there's not like something that could kill you right there. Maybe you need invis. It's just, I don't know. Everything about it is like some of my favorite things ever. Never been a big graphics guy. Like this is perfect for me. I don't need anything more than this as far as graphics go. Story-wise, if you want story, you could find it in this game. I'm not big on the story either. I'm more of like the mechanics and the difficulty of it, and you know, just getting to 60 solo on a necro, and then now I'm trying to learn how to charm. There's different ways you can play a freaking necro, just a necro. You can fear kite, you can root rot. There's a battle necro thing you can do where you use vampiric embrace. There's charming undead and having undead fight for you with rest of the dead and mez and charm. Like just one class, the necro, you can use it 4 different ways. You could just be a pet. You could probably 5 different ways. You could your pet, you could just send it on stuff and be a pet's master and heal your pet. It's pretty cool. Like I love it. If you're a druid, you can kite, you can deal direct damage, you can just make a bunch of money teleporting, you can be the healer. It's pretty awesome, man. Just love this game. Loved it since I was back in the day. The first thing I remember, like what got it into me, was definitely my buddies at school, you know, telling me about it. And I didn't play it at first, and I was asking them all these questions about it, like all these crazy questions, like can you do this and can you do that? And eventually, I started playing. I remember making like a erudite, like enchanter or something as my first character. It was like pitch black out. I was like, here's something I can fight, and I have no idea where I'm going. That was the coolest part back in the day, like not knowing. Nobody knew everything about that game. Maybe the people that made it, and that's it. But no one person back in the day knew everything about this game. So there was like nooks and crannies and dungeons and there was stuff that no one had yet, and deep dark corners of a dungeon no one knew about it, or you know, never been in this zone or that zone. What's the spawn timer for this? How do you get that? What about this quest or that quest? You know, back in the day it was like the best. And maybe you're just trying to relive those days from back in the day when everything wasn't just printed out on the internet. Like you can go look up anything now and get the information. I need to be dancing or cannying or something here. But yeah, just the you know, I do solo a lot, but just the fact that I could, like, I'm in a guild, I could raid, I could always group if I wanted to, and I could solo if I want to. Just I have so many options. So mass replayability, mass options of what you could be doing. Very rewarding, very dangerous, and very difficult. Like if I had to sum it up, that's probably what it would be. Like in my life, I've only played a warrior, a monk, an enchanter, a shaman, and a necro, and that's it. And I probably still have like 7 other classes I've never ever played before. That would be a completely different experience, a different playthrough. That's just crazy to me. Like I could play this game for the rest of my life and never get bored of it. There's dungeons I've never been in. There's zones I've probably never seen, maybe once or twice. Still, it's crazy. That's why it's one of my favorite games. I don't know what else to say about it. As far as the channel goes and the videos, I'll try to start posting more often. It's just been like a combination of little things that I don't know. It's been weird. Like I've been playing, Gems of War is my main game, of course. I don't make a lot of money from this channel, but in the little amount of money that I do make from the channel comes from that game. A little bit from EQ. I know there's at least one member out there. I've got a super thanks at least once or twice from some of y'all. But Gems of War, 95% of what I make from this channel that keeps the channel going, that supports me, that makes me want to keep putting out videos and stuff after 5-6 years. I'm not just some guy that this is my first year or second year and I'm still in the honeymoon phase and doing it for fun and whatnot. It takes time. I'm in my 30s. I got 4 kids. I got a wife. Well, she's my fiance, but I call her my wife because we've been engaged forever. That's a whole nother story. But so it takes time. And as you get older, you're gonna want to, that time is precious. And if you're not getting anything out of it, you're gonna start cutting things out that you're not getting anything out of. So a lot of people even stop playing games as they get older. I'll probably never do that because I've been playing them since I was born, pretty much. But so YouTube, for example, could be something. If it's not giving me what I need it to give me for the amount of hours that I put into it, then it may be something that has to go eventually. So I have to keep serving the Gems of War people. They're the ones that are keeping the channel going, supporting me and everything. At least 95% of them of it. And so that's why you see those videos every single day, pretty much. Plus, I play that game every single day, and it's one I like it. I like this game more. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I like EverQuest more than Gems of War. But I know a lot about Gems of War. I've been playing that for 5 or 6 years. I play it every day, so I can help people get better at it and stuff like that. And but yeah, I want to make more videos. Like I said earlier, you know how this game is. You find a camp, you milk it dry, especially when you're in like a hell level or something. Especially these later levels, like 50s. You find a camp and you just milk it dry. I'm not going to be gallivanting all over the universe trying to find different places to get experience when I know this spot. I know it like the back of my hand. I know I'm going to get experience. It's nice and safe because, like I was saying earlier, this game's freaking hard. So if you're trying to run all over the world looking for different places to get experience, you're going to die. You're going to have some places that suck, aren't good experience. So if you find a good spot, I definitely recommend staying there and milking it dry till, like right here in this camp, I got some greens. So this is not ideal, but I'm milking it dry. It's safe. I'm getting forward progress, and I can jump on, and almost every time it's open, just here and there. So it's a good camp. I'm going to keep doing it until it's not giving me back what I need from it. But I should be putting out more. I don't know what happened the last like week or two, why there wasn't as many videos. I think I'm wrapping up my new account playthrough on Gems of War. I was playing Gems of War and then a whole other account, so basically Gems of War twice. I'm playing Elden Ring, which I'm going to continue to play till I beat. But I think I'm going to cut out that second Gems of War account and not play that anymore. So I should have more time for this. And then, like I said earlier, like the boys, Trey and Faceless One, we haven't been able to like get together and do any, grouping up or anything, duoing, trioing. Recently, the last week or two, there was Thanksgiving there. We got Christmas coming up. It's just kind of, it's not going to keep being like this. I really want to put out like 2 videos a week for this game if I can. I want to do the Necro. I want to try to go into deeper, harder dungeons and crawl through them and maybe charm undead and stuff like that. Like Lower Guck is definitely an idea. I want to go deeper in City of Mist, even though that doesn't get a ton of views for me. But it's just fun. I like doing it. I want to make a new character, like a wizard or an enchanter or something. Probably a wizard, since I've already seen enchanters before. Maybe one day we'll raid. The Shaman I'm taking to 60. That's still going to be a while. So I have no plans to stop playing this game. I have no plans to stop making videos for this game. It's just going to be here and there, just because, like I said, Gems of War, they support me and keep the channel going. And I'm not saying that to say, like, you know, you guys don't or anything. I'm just saying that's why I play that game every day. And I've had people jump into my comments before, like, you know, you're lucky you have another game because you could definitely not survive off P99. People say that all the time in my comments. I'm like, whoa, what's up with that? You know, I've seen people make P99 videos and get thousands of views because they only do P99. I can't do that. I'm already kind of locked into the Gems of War thing, and it's kind of detrimental to you guys because some people that watch EverQuest aren't going to sit there and see a Gems of War video every day and wait for my EverQuest videos, and I completely understand, but that's the reason. Also, it's like a vicious cycle. You know what I mean? Like I make the video, you guys don't watch, that makes me not want to make the next video. But you're not watching because there's so much Gems of War on the channel. But if I don't make Gems of War, then all my views go down, all my support goes away, and then I don't want to do the channel. So it's like a vicious cycle. You don't want to watch this because of all of that, but I can't stop doing all of that. And if you don't watch this, then I'm going to make less of this. So it's a weird, vicious cycle that I don't know how to get out of, really, honestly. I've thought of making another channel. Let's kill another one here. I know I'm blabbing along. I was trying to get y'all a video, so I didn't really care what it was about. Let's do our buffs first. Let's be smart. Let's get our alacrity. I want to make more videos. It's just like when I make a video, it gets 200 views, 300 views. And I know why. If I made only P99 content, I would get more views. But I just can't do that. It's impossible. Then the less views these get when I do put them out makes me want to not make the next video. So you see what kind of predicament I'm in there? I make the video, it gets not very good views because I completely understand why, but that makes it to where then I don't want to make the next video. Alright, we got the slow on. Let's do the plague. This is a blue. I'm not demonstrating what I'm trying to do here with this camp very well, but this is mostly for the commentary, not the camp. You guys have already seen this camp before. I think I've pretty much talked long enough, though. But yeah, EverQuest is one of my favorite games all time. Just the difficulty of it, the keeping your head on a swivel, the penalty for dying, the fact that you could lose all your gear deep in a dungeon if you risk it all. The fact that other people are running around doing other things while I'm doing this right here. And I could type to any one of them that I wanted to. I could group up right now if I wanted to. I could raid right now if I wanted to. I can solo as much as I want if I pick the right class. There's so many different classes and they all play differently. There's so much replayability. There's no hand holding. There's no griffins that fly you from here to there whenever you want to. The boats are annoying and slow. If you tried to run from one end of the world to the other, it would take forever because it's an actual big real world and they don't hold your hand and give you your pacifier and your blankie. You know what I mean? And I like that because that means everybody else has to follow along those same rules as me. Can't just go in an instance and go after an FBSS right now. You can't because somebody's already there. And I know you can't do that because I can't do that either. Neither can that guy, neither can that guy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has to follow the same difficult rules. So if I see a level 60 running around, I know he's probably decent at the game unless he got power leveled or something. And if you get power leveled, you're just making yourself weaker because now you don't know how to play your class. So you're doing a detriment to somebody if you power level them too much. But yeah, I just like the fact that if I see somebody running around with that item, I know they earned it and, you know, they're legit. If I see somebody running around that's level 60, I know they earned it and that they're legit. You can't say that in other games. People can pay for stuff. People can buy extra. Like in Gems of War, you can you can buy stuff. You get something called VIP, and then you get like pretty much extra experience. For every kill you get extra experience. For every kill you get extra gold, extra money, extra this and that, extra whatever, everything. You can spend real money and get extra everything. So if you see a person in that game that's, level 2000, which is like kind of like max level almost, 2000, 3000, whatever, you can't tell. You don't know if they're legit because they could just have a very high VIP and spend a bunch of money on the game. They could sit there and have somebody else play the game for them, or I don't know, they could sit there and grind easy stuff over and over and over. You can't do that in this game. You can't sit there and kill a green over and over and over because it won't give you experience anymore. You can do that in Gems of War. You can sit there and do difficulty 1 Explorer all day for the rest of your life with VIP 20, and you could be level 2000 and I'm level 1500, but that doesn't mean nothing. Like, I'm the legit one and you're the one that's not legit, but you're higher level than me. That don't happen in this game. If there's a level 60 running around, they're probably legit. Very, very small percent of them aren't. And that would be a person that got power leveled like all the way to 60 somehow. That would be the only one that would be not legit. Or they took over someone else's character or something weird. That could happen in any game. But yeah, if you see a level 60 running around this game, they're legit. If you see somebody with that awesome item, that's legit. And not everybody has that either. If they have that big flaming sword, you know that they're legit, and you're not going to see that big flaming sword on just every single character, every single class. Every single person is not going to be running around with that big flaming sword. So when you get that big flaming sword, it's more rewarding. You know what? It's just that's probably the main thing. This game is way more rewarding, and it penalizes you if you don't play well, and there's consequences. That's what it boils down to. Maybe I'll cut it there, but yeah, more videos coming. I don't plan on stopping playing this game at all, ever. So videos will keep coming and coming and coming. As long as I'm doing YouTube, I'm probably going to keep making videos for this game. Just wanted to let you know. And I've already told you all my plans going forward, but put them in the comments if you got any ideas. Pretty much, if you have an idea, try not to make it something to where I have to, like, go get a key and do some quest, or go to a zone that's, like, super duper far away and it's just really inconvenient. Like, if you can think of something that's not super inconvenient, that would be very helpful. Sometimes people give me suggestions, but it's like, go do this quest and then get this key and then go to the 3rd level of this dungeon and do this or that. Like, I mean, I will one day, but I can't do that, like, right now. If you want me to do your idea, make sure it's like something I could do, like, right now. I mean, if I need to get a teleport, I'll get a teleport, but, like Howling Stones, don't you have to get a key? Like the hole, you have to get a key. I should get those keys, but, those kind of ideas are going to be for later on. I'd rather have some ideas where I can make a video next week. What class I should play next. What you want to see the Necro do. My ideas right now with the Necro are go charm fight undead, basically. That's the funnest thing. Maybe max out level 60. Get this guy to 60, get this guy more equipment. Maybe farm on the Necro to get this guy best in slot here so he's not as mana taxed all the time. Maybe get some, farm up some stuff for a new twink, a new wizard or something like that. I don't know. Just wanted to chat with y'all. I don't even know what I'm going to call this video. But like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below. And I will see y'all. Just wanted to check in. Next time. Peace.